Hi, I'm Michelle from the Good Leaf Gourmet Tea Company, and welcome to today's video on the difference between loose leaf tea and bagged tea. So basically, a lot of people wonder why we in the tea business think that loose leaf tea is superior, and it's actually fairly simple. Tea leaves are often graded based on the size of their leaves. There are other factors as well, but the basic grading has to do with the size of the leaves. So when the tea is plucked from the tea plant, they take the leaves and they pass them through sieves of various sizes. The leaves that are caught by the first sieve are full leaf teas. As they go further and further down the sieves, there are broken leaf teas and smaller pieces. And finally, those that fall to the bottom are called fannings or dust. And often that part of the tea leaf is used for tea bags. That's considered tea bag grade tea. Not always, but in many cases that's the case. Now that already doesn't sound so good, but the fannings or the dust of a good leaf tea could potentially be a good quality tea. One of the main problems with using fannings or dust is that it tends to go stale much more quickly. So if that tea goes to a factory and is placed in a tea bag, by the time it hits the supermarket shelf, it could already be stale. By the time you purchase it and you put that tea bag in your water, it probably doesn't taste at all like the tea intended to be. The other thing that can be problematic with fannings or dust is that the more surface area in the small pieces makes the tea brew out more intensely and more quickly, and any off flavors that are associated with the tea leaf will be intensified, and so that's a problem too. Let me show you what I mean. I've got a couple of different teas to show you. Now here's a nice quality full leaf black tea. See the big pieces, the different kind of colors here. This is a tea called Golden Monkey, and it's just a fantastic black tea from China. Those are full leaf pieces. When they hit the water, they're going to open up into nice large leaves, and it's going to taste delicious. Let's open up this tea bag and see what we find in here. You see? You see what I'm saying? So these little tiny pieces are probably already stale. You can't smell it, but I can. Doesn't smell like much of anything. Whereas this is very aromatic, and I happen to know that this is going to brew into a fantastic tea. This is going to taste, you know, probably like the kind of tea that you grew up drinking when you were sick that didn't have a lot of flavor anyway. Maybe you want to add milk and sugar too, just to give it some flavor. So that's the story, but more than just looking at it, I would encourage you to try some gourmet loose leaf tea and find out for yourself. Thanks a lot.